Well, good morning, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed the Daytona 500 if you watched it. That was a pretty good race. Lots of action going on there. Let's see. We are off to see if I can find some bearings for the hot tank. His buddy said he needed those. Just a second. I forgot something. I'll be back. Alright, that was interesting. Got called about a 2003 Buick Regal. Gal went to leave town and she got outside town and the thing died on her. Just dead. Battery dead. They jump started it. Got it going. Okay, no big deal. And then they go to start it again. Dash lights flickered and it won't start. Or it's hard starting. But they went and turned the four-ways on and the thing started right up and starts up and runs and stays running. And I'm like, that's really weird. So I said, well, it sounds like you lost the ground and it's back feeding the system. Complete it. And I said, with the battery going dead, that's usually. But I said, if you lost the ground, that would explain it. So, but I asked him too if there was any check engine lights on in the car. He said, I will find out. So anyway, yeah, we're going over to a little shop I keep forgetting about over here. Well, it's not a shop, it's a Napa store, and see if they got what I need. This is sad. There used to be a nice farm place here. It used to be on both sides of the roads. They just knocked down the house because they couldn't save the house. I guess the last people that lived there dealt drugs and made meth and that. So yeah, it's something else. I don't understand why people want to mess with that stuff. But anyway, we're gonna go see if we can find the bearings so Buddy can get that hot tank thing rebuilt, and we can get that hot tank going and start cleaning stuff and start getting stuff done. So anyway, all right. Okay, we're at the farm. I've been here for a while. I really don't know what's going on here lately. Okay, I did. I was like, yeah. It's like, crap, where'd I put the heat coil stuff to fix the MG? Yes, the MG. I've got the bolt hole alternator to rethread there. We got that. We got that. There's the new shiny new shaft. Everything's fitted now. I'm going to wash that all up and reassemble this, and we're going to get the head torqued down on this little dog finally, and then see what time it is. Might call the owner, see if they can come up, and we'll manhandle this thing and get it out of here and get it down to their place. And maybe tomorrow or the next day we'll go and see if we can get it installed and see how things go. Oh, well, I gotta find a tap for the engine oil cooler because I don't know if the machine shop did it or if that's why we couldn't get to the part, but look at those threads. Those are nasty, so I gotta get a tap over that or find something to fix that with. It's been all cleaned and washed out. Now I gotta go back and double check torques on that, and then just give it a good once over. I mean, I think I put that book away, so I want to go get over and wash the parts, which is kind of nice, and I can get to the parts washer a little bit better. So I'll get this washed up and we'll start reassembling this and see how things go. Okay, let's start putting this thing together. Okay. Well, let's see. They've offset the holes. I see that because these are almost straight up. These are off a little. I know this one, wrong shaft, goes here. Okay, there's that one. So, oh, I knew I was going to do this. I knew I was going to draw a blank. That one there. Oh, crap. Oh, I knew I'd do this. I knew it. Okay, with the holes being off like that. Oh yeah, I got they're lined up with the oil galley. And this one goes here. That one. Okay, that. Then that. Then that. Then that. Okay, that'll hold that together for now. Then we go with I'm not sure that was up against there. That. This, that, and that, and this, and that, and this. Okay. Now we'll set it up here and make sure this all fits. See what you guys are seeing. Okay. Okay, we got to back the valves off, but otherwise everything is lining up, and I got to put the cotter keys in to stay, so and everything is. Alright, well, I'm gonna, I'm sorry about that getting dark on you guys, sorry. I'm gonna break those loose while they're here, back them off so that can go down, then I can start readjusting valves. So, alrighty. I almost forgot this has got an aftermarket cam in it, so we got to set the valves a little different. Okay. Instead of setting them at the factory 12, we need to set them at 16 thousandths clearance. Okay, it closed up, so. And this is one of those things that you develop a fill for. It says set at 16 thousandths cold in the book and in the aftermarket cam sheet. Touch a little bit. Touch a little, guys. Anyway, that's what I'll do. I'll go through and set these, and we'll get this thing buttoned up yet. Some of you might have been paying attention. I'd forgotten to torque this bolt, and I forgot to put that steel plate on there to hold that set screw to keep that from backing out and letting that rocker arm shaft flop around. So I've pre-oiled it. I want to do a little more again. Boy, some of these rocker arms just don't sit completely on top of the valves like I would think, but they're there. I mean, everything's there. So anyway, this is what I was getting ready to do. Here's the valve cover, and now the new grommets that were missing out of the other set. I don't know Oh, but they were missing it. So we go there. Yep. There. How come that's really? Okay. That's no big deal. I now see that one and that one are in the wrong spot. So I guess I'll correct that. You know, when I had those laid out, I wandered and I didn't catch it in time. Not so bad. So it's the only thing with that ARP stuff, it sure gets everywhere. That's for sure. I think it's this one I need. No, I need the small. That's what I used. Now on that one I didn't. Huh. Really? Well, I'll be back. Alright, let's try this again. That looks better. Put that one there. This one. There, hey, look at it there. What the heck's going on here? Oh, it's not in there. Square. Okay, that helps. Alrighty. Then we got the new correct oil fill cap. That's that. Ooh, jeepers. Got a new O-ring on there. Wow. Dang, guys. That O-ring seems a little thick. Anyway, got the new studs for the exhaust here and that. An oil, brand new oil plug, which I guess I can go ahead and put in. Kind of a goofy cork gasket there. I've got a magnetic oil plug, so anything magnetic comes off. Oh no. Oh, I gotta find that. I gotta find the gasket for that. Alright. Alright, we're going to fix that hole there I boogered up. So, a 21/64 bit, which is required. And it's going to be a metric hole when I'm done, because that's all they had. Now, anyway, got the oil lines on to plug up that. Okay. You guys can see. Nice thing about aluminum. Okay, there's that. Well, it's nice to have a brand new tap. It's like a hot knife going through butter. Okay. Alright, the inserts. They've changed the way Healy coils are done a little. They've got a different tool to them, and if you got an old style tool, you can't use the new style. Really? You can't use a okay. As far as I know, you still got to break that off. So, hang on a second here. It's sticking out. Now let's see the hole I got. Come on. Oh, that's good. So, Oops. I didn't block you too much. Okay. There. Those can go up there. Let's see. Tightening down the valve cover again. Oh. Then I thought I'd lost the other day I did some vacuuming up here on the bench and I thought I sucked the gasket for the oil drain. I finally found it. I had to actually put it in the box because I thought, oh man, so I took that stuff and threw it out on the burn pile and out of the shop vac, and I'm like, oh man, that's gone. And then I finally found it. So alrighty, one bolt hole repaired. Filings all over the bench, and some tools. Got the small box back there of cardboard parts. Box of parts. This gets mounted to the car. That stuff's all down there. The hose clamps and everything. Got the starter bolted on. Oh yeah, I'll have to touch up the oil pan. I got to stretch the hell out of that. Okay, that should be sealed. I don't know where the heck I'm getting all this stuff at, but I've turned my fingers colors so many times today. Well, I guess the next step is MG needs to go home. We're done. Well, with this part of it, it's done. Don't you dare. The radiator for the Suburban's trying to fall and break itself right now. Okay, there we go. There. The MG motor should be ready to go. That's all lined up nice. Oh, I'm kind of anxious to hear it start now. I was going to try and start it up here, but I think we're just going to. And I don't know why, and I'm looking at this starter Bendix. I might have them. We'll get a new one. Hell, I don't know. That was the original problem. Well, besides it wasn't running right, we found out a couple of reasons what was going on there. And the phone's ringing again. Anyway, yeah, the original problem with this car was wasn't running right, and then it made a boom and then locked up. Well, we found out that the starter drive here had busted the teeth out of the flywheel when I took it apart, but by then we were already tore into it, And this low motor, as we found out, was a lot worse off than what we thought it ever was. It's just crazy on how it just kept getting worse the further I dug into it. Would have really liked to start it out of the car, but I guess it's not that hard to do. So everything's finally accounted for. There's some more hoses and that we're going to have to replace once we get down there, and there's a couple of metal brackets, old worn rotten vacuum line hoses, and that's what I got to deal with now. So I guess we forgot the spark plugs, but right now this is ready to go out the door. The head's torqued on finally. I kind of thought about trying to use the starter and do a little compression test on this motor just to see how well it spins over, but I don't have a good battery and that, so I guess we get her run. Maybe I'll do a compression test then. So anyhow, I guess the MG, until it gets to the car, is waiting for the car now, so that might be tomorrow or Wednesday. So alright, well, buddy just stopped by. He got my bearings. And the two bearings for that for $13.26 for the hot tank. And he says, you know what, I'm taking the whole thing with me now. Well, the base and all that. He's going to check it in the lathe, clean it up, and clean up where the damage was done from getting all the crap out of it. But that top bearing was a thrust bearing. Is all it was. So yeah, Industrial Bearing Supply Incorporated. He said they had some big stuff there, so he's gonna work on that. And I think he said to help keep the water and shit off the bearings, he might make a little cup to go over that. And he says what he's going to do is use a hex shaft that they got at school and make it about 1/4 inch tall, so I got a spot to put a crescent wrench or something on, so if I ever have to take this apart again, that I'll be able to unscrew it, because whether it was made with threads in there or not, I'm sure it was, otherwise I don't know how you would have put it together. He's going to put threads through it so I can thread down the centerpiece from the top for when I need put the stand in that I can tie the valve covers or intakes or cranks to, so they don't flop around in there. I'll have a stand that'll put in there that'll sit over the center shaft, and that's what he thinks that was, because you can't have a fat shaft and a thin, so he thinks that all was threaded together and it just rusted because nobody ever took care of the thing. And so I think he's going to make a cup to go over that. And there'll be, so the shaft will be turned to go down through the bearing, stick down, so I can either grab it down underneath and hold it and spin the table off if I ever need to. And he said, I don't know why they didn't face off the weld when they made this thing. So he's going to face off the bottom of that, which then I could eliminate the washers that they had under there because I couldn't get it to set flat because of the weld. So it'll be right. So hopefully in a couple days all that'll be back, and then we'll be good to go. I said, well, I got to get my drain hooked up, get that figured out, and get that capped and resealed, and then I could start hauling water and dumping it in and filling her up. And then I got to get some more PVC pipe and decide which way I'm going to go out the wall. I'm either going to go out the east wall or south wall, or I don't know. So a few things getting done. I'm happy about this little part. Trying to figure out where I want to lift it. I don't know. I got to cut. Nope, they're offset. I was going to say if those two were straight up, I could go there. But I gotta do a little looking. So, alright. I keep forgetting I bought that chain, so that's gonna work out good. Get it down in the car. But I just figured up my hours on this little motor and I about crapped. But then again, I had a lot of rusty stuff to fight. I had issues. It wasn't just a simple go forward build, but I've got 40.25 hours into putting this thing back together and making the repairs and fixing this, fixing that. I figured that up. I'm about, I know I got the time in, but what do I do? Good God, I ain't doing this stuff for free, that's for sure. But holy crap, I figured up just in the labor alone for putting the motor back together, while tearing it down and cleaning and inspecting and basically blueprinted the motor. I mean, every measurement's been wrote down and that and checked and clearanced and everything. God, I can't believe I put 40 hours into that thing. But like I said, everything was rusty and nasty. But I guess all I can say is either they're gonna, I don't know. That's where I get, I'm too nice of a guy. I just like, wow. But anywhere else they would have just ordered him a new motor, and that's $5 grand right there. So but I think with what he spent on parts, granted he bought extra parts for this, other than just motor parts, there's other parts to go with it, but that and the machine shop bill, yeah, he's going to have all of that $5,000, but at least he knows what he's got. I mean, so if that's the case, if he does not bat an eye and say, okay, well, that's what you had for time, that will help, because that will help get some of these other motors built and bills caught up, and that don't even include the Ford motor and the other motor yet. The Chevy motor, I'm kind of at a price range. I'm going to show him that I quoted the price, and that's what I'm going to stick with. But I'm going to show him too that we didn't count all the an hour and a half, 2 hours to get the block and transmission separated, and that whole time my shop door was open and a lot of heat went out. So it's already gone, and fighting rust and fighting this, fighting that on that. I mean, it went over. I kind of, but like I said, it's education for me too. But yeah. And well, I guess the Ford motor, I won't make a full amount on that because the boy's going to do most of it. He wants me to teach him how to do this, and we will. I ain't got no problem with that. So, but I quit doing work for free. Anyway, with that, I guess that's ready to load up tomorrow. And I hope the weather's nice. Get that up. Then I mean, we're getting a bench back. We're starting to see a bench again. Well, I really wish I had my transmission parts. We'd throw a training together quick. That's where that would have been nice to throw that in the Tahoe, and I could have held it down. Wouldn't have to worry about it being outside. But right now, I'm going to end up putting on the back of the dually. Yeah, and then like I said, the hot tank stuff's off, getting done up, so things are starting to come together. So I don't know, might haul that motor down tomorrow and go from there, I guess. Yeah. It's just been a Monday. And that. The little 4-cylinder's blowing my mind. It's cost more than these V8s. Well, this Ford, I'm starting to figure up stuff there. Holy cow, the Ford, it needs the guides, it needs the valves, it needs the seats, it needs surfaced. That's just the heads. And I thought, okay, maybe a set of aftermarket heads for that thing would be cheaper. Go with a nice set of aluminum, lighten it up a little. $985 a head. Whew. Okay. That doesn't even have the pistons, the crank, any machine work, cam, lifters. Yeah, I'm finding out that I told him this Ford's going to be a lot more money to overhaul than the GM and this little MG. So, I don't know. I guess that's what I'll do is go home and keep putting a list together for this Ford. And I got looking, it is not the good Ford. It's not the good Ford block that had the extra webbing on the mains. So it's just either just a regular old everyday 360 or whatever. But no, 390. Why did I say 360? 390. So yeah. Anyhow, I guess, yeah. Really hadn't counted on this. And, you know, 2 hours here, 3 hours here, it all adds up. So, I gotta quit being Mr. Nice Guy. But anyway, I guess, stay tuned. We'll either have the MG running this week. Well, it should. I mean, providing that engine oil cooler don't give us a fit. I'm not too thrilled about that, but yeah. That. And then hopefully I'll check in with the machine shop, see how the 5.3 is coming, because I really hope he is not dicking around, because I ain't got the time. So, anyhow, I said that once before. See y'all later. Have a good one. Take it easy. Okay, I'm just going to correct something. I don't know what segment it is, so this is going to be simpler. I thought that was an awful lot of hours, and you guys are probably going, holy crap, that is. Actually, I went and recounted. When I hit the button, I must have hit a times or something. I actually only got 26 3/4 hours into doing everything I've done to this motor on the MG, so that's better. That's more livable. We still beat with the machine shop bill, and that we still beat what another motor would have been. So I just got thinking, God, that don't sound right. So I sat here and I re-added everything again. So I must have hit time somewhere along there, my big fat fingers. So anyway, just going to update you and tell you guys, yeah, you guys are probably going, holy crap, that's a lot of hours. Well, I didn't have as many hours as what I thought. So, alright, just a slight correction there. See you later. Have a good one. TLC Bear 2, we're out of here.